Sharp Game here, coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com. And today I'm going to talk about Muhammad Ali and what you can learn from Muhammad Ali and how he lived his life. And there's a lot of talk about Muhammad Ali in the mainstream media, and a lot of messages being put out there that somehow that everyone loved him, but a lot of these people, they hated Muhammad Ali's guts. He wasn't popular because he was such a good guy or whatever. Muhammad Ali was a trendsetter. He stood up against the gangster government, the United States government. He said he wasn't going to Vietnam, and you can put me in jail if you want. Do what you gotta do. So he stood up. He was a trendsetter. He didn't kiss anybody's ass. He spoke his mind, because when you speak your mind, most people in the dominant society, they don't like that. If you're quiet, if you're the nice little Negro, or you the type of person that suffer in silence, they tend to like you because you're well behaved and everything. And see, that's what you can learn from Muhammad Ali. You want to be a trendsetter. You don't want to be you don't want to follow people for the rest of your life. You don't want to be a thumb sucker. And a lot of guys today are cowards. They're afraid of their woman. They let the boss disrespect them at work. They're scared of their parents. They're afraid of everybody. They let people disrespect them all day long. And you don't want to live your whole life like that. This is why a lot of guys, I can speak for the guys because I'm a man. A lot of guys have heart attacks on Monday morning. This is when most heart attacks occur in the United States of America, because they're stressed driving through that rush hour traffic, and they're dreading of going to work. And this is why a lot of guys are so stressed. A lot of people are so stressed because all they do is go to work, kiss ass, do what they gotta do to pay those bills to these institutions and these companies that don't give a fuck about you. And then you whine and complain why things aren't getting better. But things aren't going to get better until you get better. So this is what Muhammad Ali stood for. He stand for something. See, because if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And if you don't have a plan, someone else has a plan for you. And if you're a black male, especially, and if you don't have a plan, they have a plan for you, and that plan is in the penitentiary. Because you cannot solely depend on these white institutions to take care of you and your family. And I hate to say this, but no one is going to feel sorry for you. No one's going to feel sorry for you because you have no friends. And if anything happened to you, no one's going to say, oh, poor guy, he was a good fella, he didn't deserve this. No, they're not going to say that at all. They're going to look at you, they'll be like, oh, better him than me. And they're going to move on the next day or two, like nothing happened. And half of these people that you're probably around probably secretly are hoping for you to fail anyway. They really don't want to see you do anything outside of what you already done already, because they secretly want your spot. And and it's hypnotic. That hate that builds up in a lot of people. They'll smile with you, kiss ass all day long, and you tell your business to them. Maybe you tell too much sometimes, and they'll hang around you all day long until one day the hate has to come out. They has to expose themselves, because all these years they've been laying up with you or hanging around you, but secretly wanted you to fail. They never had your best interest, and you probably couldn't figure it out because these types of people really don't support you. They'll come out when it's time to have a good time or whatnot or whatever. But when it's time to really make a power move, they don't do anything. Or they play dumb. They're like, oh, I can't do it. And see, because you have to understand, you're only as strong as the people that you hang around. And some people just aren't ready. So if you want to be a trendsetter, if you want to live the best life that you already know, that the best life that you can, or if you want to become a better version of self, you have to let some people go, because most people aren't ready, especially if they're past the 30s. They're locked in. They're locked into the matrix. They just want things to be comfortable. They want things to stay as is. They don't really want to be the best at anything. They don't really want to be a trendsetter. They don't really want to stand for anything. They just want to go to their job, kiss ass, get paid, pay their bills, buy a new car every 2 to 5 years, buy a house if they feel like it or have the means to do it, celebrate the holidays, take a little vacation or a little trip on the weekend, and that's it. They just want to be average. They don't really want to take things to the next level. And because today what you have is a bunch of average, mediocre people that whine and complain, that want something for nothing. And some of them, most of these people that whine and complain, they're a bunch of freeloaders. They already have a head start in life, but they didn't take advantage of it. But when it comes to you, they'll say, hey, you need to bootstrap and get your shit together and all the bullshit. And I just ignore those people, because they already had a handout probably 200 years ago, because their grandparents or somebody in their family tree did all the dirt and made it easier for them. So now they're looking at you like, what's your excuse? You know what I'm saying? Because they want you to stay in your place and be the little Negro, or be the little person that doesn't do as much as they're doing, or not receiving as much benefits as they're doing. But if you start doing more than them, and if you tell them, see how they react, they'll have a problem with you. All of a sudden, you become like the enemy, you know. But this is what you can learn from Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, these people hate his guts. They try to be nice. As a matter of fact, there's an article that somebody wrote a couple days ago that came out on the Daily, I think daily.com, talking about how Muhammad Ali was a cheater in marriage and all this crap. You got to be a scumbag to come out with an article after somebody died. You got to be a low down dirty scumbag to come out with an article trying to assassinate a dead man's character. And this always happens, but no one really talks about it, because everyone wants to be politically correct. Everyone wants to follow the status quo. And this is what you got to fight up against if you decide to, go against the grain and do your own thing and do some fly shit and live the best life you know how to, and become a better version of the person that you already are. So this is what you can learn from Muhammad Ali, and take your life with your friends and family to the next level. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel, check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com, and join the movement. Donate. My link is going to be at the bottom. Until next time, Sharp Game is out. Peace.